Okay, this video is for long division and helping the students review the different steps that we follow. So down the side here, I have our steps that we teach. The first is to divide, then multiply, subtract, check, and then bring down. And you repeat these steps as many times until all of the digits from the number have been brought down. So our first step is divide. We ask ourselves how many times can 3 go into 7 without going over. So 3 can go into 7 2 times. And so that would be our first divide step. Then we're going to multiply. So 2 times 3 is 6. And we're going to write that underneath of the 7. We're kind of ignoring the 5 and 2 for right now. So that's our multiply step. And then we need to subtract. So 7 minus 6 is 1. Now the check step, that's something that we've added in. It's not in other things, but we do it this year. So we check to see if the answer to our subtraction is bigger than the divisor. If the answer to our subtraction problem is bigger than the divisor, then they made a mistake in the divide step. So 1 is not bigger than 3, so our check is good. And we can bring down the next digit, which is a 5. So then we're going to repeat our steps and divide. How many times can 3 go into 15? That's 5 times, so we're going to write a 5 at the top. Check off that step. Then we're going to multiply. The digit we just wrote, which was a 5, times our divisor, which is 3, equals 15. We're going to write it below the 15. And then we're going to subtract. 15 minus 15 is 0. Now we need to check, is 0 bigger than 3? No, it's not, so we're good. And then we can bring down the 2. So now we're going to repeat our steps and say, how many times can 3 go into 2? So this is where a lot of kids make a mistake because they say, oh, 3 can't go into 2, so that's got to be our remainder. But whenever we have a digit that we have to bring down, we have to re-go through all of the steps before we can make that our remainder. So we brought down a 2, we have to divide. 3 cannot go into 2, so it goes in 0 times. Then we're going to multiply 0 times 3, which is 0. Subtract, that equals 2. Check, 2 is not bigger than 3. Now we have no more numbers to bring down, so 2 is our remainder. And then I tell students to check their division with multiplication, so they take their quotient, which is the answer, multiplied by the divisor, and it should give them the dividend, or what they started with. They'll also have to add in the remainder, so they might check it by doing 250 times 3 plus 2. And then that could be their